Let's do a March summary. So I attempted to amend an issue that someone brought up in comments in some of my videos, saying they didn't like the microphone and the stand which I use on stage, but I was using it because I didn't have other microphones. So in order to remedy that, I got some of these Boya label microphones, condenser mics. I'm still figuring out how best to use them, as in positioning on my clothes, so bear with me on that one. And the other thing I tried to amend was a lot of my videos look rather crusty. What do they call it? Video noise, very grainy. So I had originally got a different camera, or a different phone to try to correct that, but that didn't work so well. The reason being is it turns out it was a problem with the camera itself in the phone, and that was what caused the problem. To try to amend that issue, I did a lot more investigation, a lot more research. I first tried to use a blurring effect and using DaVinci Resolve to try to remove it, but that made it look just as bad, but just in a different way it looked bad. So after doing a lot of research, I then looked into the best settings on which to have the recording app on the phone, and I'm using Open Camera. It's free and you can get cinematic output apparently. First thing I did was I went into the video settings and I changed the video bitrate to 40 megabits a second, approximately. And I changed the video frame rate to 24. This is what I was told to do via the online tutorials, so I did it. They said to change the exposure, but I found a problem when using the exposure on this phone, and that being when I went into the exposure settings and changed it from auto to manual, because you should be using an ISO of about 200 and a shutter rate of about 40 to 50 seconds. But as soon as I turned it from auto to manual, it got a black screen. No matter what ISO I changed it to, it was just a black screen. As soon as I went back to auto, I got a picture again. And so I think it's either a limitation with the phone or a limitation with the app which is causing the problem. To get around that, I'm not using the camera in that phone anymore. Even though it's a high megapixel camera, I can't use it. It just won't let me use it the way I need to use it, because this was the camera I was using and it was giving me all this grain and noise in the video. So I've gone back to my phone that does allow it in Open Camera, but that phone's got a broken sound input jack, which is why I got these little microphones to try to get around that as well. When I'm filming music, I will continue to use the mic stand and the microphone so I can keep using my vocal pedal. But for vlogs and just spoken word stuff, I'll use these little mics and we'll see how it goes from there. With regards to this month and actual music side of things, I've written another couple of songs which I'm yet to record, and the reason being is I've been flat out looking for a new job. I need money to come in. I'm getting pretty desperate at the moment. So I've just been applying for a lot of new jobs. I mean, I was supposed to have a contract start a couple of months ago, but it hasn't come to fruition. I've just been left hanging. So I'm no longer waiting for that. I'm just applying for a heap more jobs. And in addition, I'm looking for other passive income means in which I can investigate and maybe put in place. Maybe additional YouTube channels and other things. But at the moment, that's still a work in progress. So watch this space and I'll announce more when I've got something to show. In the meantime, I hope you had a fabulous month, and I hope next month coming is going to be magical for you also, and we'll rock on.